lime, blue, magenta, red, spring green, orange, violet. So you can create colors that are impossible to see, like an orange, violet, and green. I define myself as a cyborg because the definition of human no longer defines me 100%, because the definition of human does not include an antenna as an organ or infrared and ultraviolet perception as being human perception. So I feel comfortable defining myself as a trans species as well. This is an antenna implant that allows me to extend my perception of color beyond the visual spectrum. The antenna picks up the frequencies of color and it sends the vibration of color inside my bones, so then I feel the vibrations of color, and these vibrations become inner sounds, so I can then hear different notes for different colors. So then you have a lot of space to add colors that are invisible. So these are infrareds and then ultraviolets. There's also internet connection, so I can receive colors from other parts of the world, or I can also connect to satellites, so I can then sense colors from space. If my friend from New York wants to send colors from a supermarket, he can now suddenly stream live images from a supermarket directly to my head, so I could be here but be sensing the colors of a supermarket in New York. Or if they send colors when I'm sleeping, they can either wake me up or they can color my dreams. The exciting thing about the antenna is it reveals a reality that exists but that my body cannot sense. I was born completely colorblind, so I've never seen color. So as a child, I was always curious about the existence of color. So that's why in 2003 I started this project with Adam Montandon in order to create a new organ that would allow me to sense color. I think we as a species should be designing ourselves instead of designing the planet. For thousands of years we've been designing the planet in order to survive. We've been creating artificial light, we've been creating heaters and air conditionings in order to change the temperature of the earth or to create light in darkness, and this is wrong. We shouldn't be changing the planet in order to survive. We should be changing ourselves in order to survive. I think in 20 years many people will define themselves as trans species. Also there'll be people with new organs and new senses. There'll be people also merge with AS, not AI, but AS, which is artificial senses, which will give them a revealed reality. I think what we now call diversity will be much wider. There'll be people defining themselves as different species. I think that's something that society needs to get ready, that what we now call diversity has nothing to do with the diversity that we will start seeing in the next decade. In 2010, Moon Ribas and I created the CÍBORGS Foundation. Now the latest project of the CÍBORGS Foundation is the Trans-Species Society, which is an association based in Barcelona where people can join and then we create senses in community. Extend the perception of reality beyond the human limits and allow people to express themselves as trans species, people who might not identify as being 100% human. We want to give them voice on how they feel or how they identify as being something other than human.